we are in Springfield, Illinois, the state capital of Illinois. And right here we're standing on the corner, and this building behind us is one of the buildings that Abraham Lincoln used as his law offices. Did you know that?
Right, Lincoln and Herndon.
Lincoln and Herndon. It's way down there. It was down on the 3rd floor, and up on this 3rd floor is also where Abraham Lincoln wrote and practiced writing his first inaugural speech as president. Now behind me is the old state capitol. They have a new state capitol, but this is where Lincoln practiced with lots of court cases here. There's also a courthouse in this building, and did a lot of his senator speeches right here. And I see Mary and Abraham right now. This might be Tad standing here as well. So let's say a little hello to the Lincoln family. Hi, Mr. Lincoln. Soon to be President Lincoln.
And over here is the neighborhood where Lincoln lived. And they've actually preserved not only his house, but like the whole block. So we're gonna go check it out. We wanted to get here early because Robin wanted to make sure we beat the rush and get in line to get the tickets to tour the house. But I don't see any line. And we've got to wait another half hour before they open. So earlier I said they preserved the whole block, but it's actually much more than that. It's several square blocks, and it's the whole neighborhood around where Lincoln lived when he was here in Springfield.
He can have a bust of himself. No, he did not. He was a very humble individual. If you were visiting the Lincolns, this room would not look so clean.
Right.
Now the boys would have their toys and games all over the place. This room would be trash.
All right, so what's the deal here?
We're in Springfield, Illinois. The red dome building is the old state building, and in the distance, the silver dome building is the new state building. So it's the state capitol of Illinois. In the red domed Capitol building is where Abraham Lincoln actually studied law. He did some court cases there. He did some of his representation for us there. But his body was laid to state in that very building, and then it was processed around the whole city. His funeral procession went by his old home, which is just a few blocks over there, where he lived with his family, and then it went outside of town to the cemetery, which we'll be seeing shortly.
Even the crosswalk is the Lincoln family in Springfield, Illinois.
There's Mr. Lincoln and Fido.
Here we are at Lincoln's monument. This is where he is entombed.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
We're in Springfield, Illinois, and we are at the Oak Ridge Cemetery, and we are at Lincoln's tomb. Right in front of Lincoln's tomb is this statue here, and if you look really closely, his nose is pretty shiny. How come?
Actually, you don't have to look that closely. It's quite shiny. Apparently, there's a superstition that if you rub his nose, you'll have good luck. So people keep doing it, and his nose is quite shiny.
Well, I think rub it with 2 hands, honey. You need all the luck you can get.
Think so?
Yeah. Oh, this is a Borglum sculptor. Borglum did the original.
Justin Borglum, the guy who did the Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Okay, hold it so I can do 2 hands.
Yeah, you gotta do 2 hands too.
Oh, it's nice and warm. Oh, and clean. We just entered the monument, so we're going to go inside here. Okay, we're about to enter where Abraham Lincoln is buried, and his wife and 3 of his 4 children, although he's actually buried below this building, encased in cement. But let's go take a look. Lincoln is a lawyer, riding the circuit. Original in Lincoln Park, Chicago. That's beautiful. Here's the family. The words on the back say, now he belongs to the ages. That is something that Seward said as Secretary of State when he passed away on that Saturday in April at 7:20 in the morning. We're on the Illinois State Fairgrounds, still in Springfield, Illinois. And guess who we ran into?
Who did we run into? There's probably another
30-foot young Abraham Lincoln, the rail splitter. We are at a Obed's and Isaac's microbrewery in Springfield, Illinois, and you had to have one of Springfield's famous what?
Springfield is famous for their horseshoe.
What's a horseshoe?
It's toast and meat and cheese with a bunch of French fries piled on top of it.
So toast and meat and cheese.
Yes, and I opted for the Angus
French
beef
fries. You
as
got
my
the
meat.
Angus beef. Okay, and now that looks like a heart attack on a plate.
It is.
But it's their
So
specialty.
I won't be seeing you anymore. I won't be finishing this trip alone.
All right, now let's take a look at my meal. Ooh, veggies and hummus and pico de gallo and black beans.